Tonight at 11, we do want to take a second to honor those who work to keep our country safe. And many of you took time to commemorate this Veterans Day as well. Local events today included a Tigard Retirement Community's pinning ceremony, Vancouver's 37th annual Veterans Day Parade, and in Hood River, a stretch of Highway 35 dedication ceremony for second-generation Japanese-American soldiers who served in World War II, while many of their families were incarcerated in camps. Meantime, dozens of local veterans and their families had a different kind of Veterans Day. They gathered in South Portland for a silent march to the ICE facility, saying they are pushing for changes. And our Ariel Yakabazi is live outside that building in South Portland now. Ariel, how did that go, and what was their reason for this demonstration?
Well, Liz, that protest earlier today was a silent march and it remained very peaceful, but we did just notice some activity here, although it's very empty right now. Just before our 10 o'clock live shot, or right after it, on Portland CW, we saw 2 targeted arrests, and protesters got pretty riled up about that, but they have since dispersed, as well as any counter-protesters. But when it comes to that earlier protest and that silent march, several of the people who attended, they were really sharing words of veterans say no to the ongoing ICE arrests happening across the state. In the heart of South Portland, you'll find Jim Farrell and hundreds of other veterans.
I was in the Army as a medic when Vietnam started.
No to ICE.
They're fighting a different kind of battle now, standing up and saying no to ICE.
I'm anti taking away people's rights, and I'm anti taking people off the street with no legal justification.
The dozens of former service members marched silently down to the ICE facility, taking a few moments to remember immigrants taken into custody in recent months. Following that silent protest, our cameras saw what appeared to be a detainee bus leaving. Today we learned from immigrants' rights groups who say at least 24 people were arrested south of Portland in Salem. We've confirmed as of late last month, hundreds of others have been detained across Oregon.
A lot of these numbers are underreported, unfortunately, just because, some folks maybe don't know to call the PERC hotline right away.
Jessica Montoya is the network director at Oregon for All. That's an immigrant justice group.
We're talking about, like I said, parents, but also people that are breadwinners of their family, and now they don't have that support system in place.
Montoya tells me something people can do while bracing for the worst and hoping for the best is to be ready for anything.
We have simple steps that we encourage people to take, like making sure that at least 2 to 3 loved ones have your basic information that they can have on hand in case you are to be arrested.
Meantime, while the fight continues in the justice system to bring people home, the battle for these veterans keeps going.
This is wrong. This isn't America that I know. This isn't the America that I stood up for.
And Liz, when it comes to that detainee bus that we saw leave the facility earlier this evening, it did come back, and we're reaching out to officials to confirm if there were people on that bus, and if so, where they were going. Reporting live in South Portland tonight, Ariel Yakabazi, KOIN 6 News.
Ariel, thank you.